It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. This is your feel-good breakfast show Expresso on SABC3. We're talking unusual allergies with Mariska van Aswegen from Pharmacodynamics. And I'm told that some people are allergic to the sun. Is this true?
Indeed, it is true. And the sun allergies is usually a term used for a number of conditions that result in an itchy red skin after a specific area of the sun has been exposed to sun.
Yes.
Again, the cause of this condition is not commonly known. We know that it can be hereditary, or it can be triggered by certain medications, chemicals, or even some medical conditions that sensitize the skin to sun exposure.
But what about vitamin D? You need to get it for your... you can only get it from the sun.
You can only get it from the sun or supplementation. If you do suffer from skin allergies or sun allergies, then you can get it from supplementation, or it is advised to take supplementation. And especially if you suffer from a condition called polymorphic light eruptions, which is basically sun poisoning. It's quite a bad sun allergy, and in those cases it would be advisable to rather take a vitamin D supplementation.
Yeah. Now, another allergy that I think a lot of people would think is probably the scariest allergy of all is an allergy to sulfites, which basically means you can't drink wine, which is why most wine bottles they have a marking that says contains sulfite, right? So why would one be allergic to that?
Sulfite allergies, sulfites first of all are usually used as a preservative in production of food or drinks and wine, as you've just mentioned. It's not a typical allergic reaction, histaminic causing allergic reaction. Basically what happens is sulfites, once you've ingested them, they release a gas called sulfur dioxide, which can then push up into the lungs, and it especially affects people who are asthmatics or suffer from asthma, and it can then cause your airways to react to this gas and to constrict, which is causing the allergy-like symptoms.
We've got Maggie on the line right now from Cape Town. Maggie, I hear you've got a very interesting story to share with us.
Yes. Hi to everyone there. I enjoy watching you guys every morning.
Thank you.
You guys always look fabulous and everything. My boyfriend, he has this weird allergy with the mango. In the beginning, like as a child, sort of going into the teenage years, you would enjoy eating the mango.
Wow.
Like it was like his favorite fruit.
Have you been dating that long?
Yeah. And then so in his early 20s, mid-20s, it's like he just got an allergy to it.
So what happens when he eats mangoes?
He puffs up, and it goes so bad that sometimes he has to go to the hospital.
Wow.
That's how bad the allergy becomes.
Okay, let's see if Mariska can...
And it's just, what's so weird about it is that it came all of a sudden. Like, is it something in the mango, or how did this, it's just weird. I assumed allergies is something like you try something for once, and then you get allergic to it. But it's like you've been eating it, and then you get allergic to it. Like,
or as you say, it just happens. So what's happening there?
That's actually a very common occurrence, is where someone develop an allergy over time. So the first time or couple of times that you've been exposed to a specific allergen, your body may react. So for instance, a bee sting. Very common incidents where people are stung by a bee. They may experience redness or swelling or pain even in that immediate local area where you were stung by a bee. And then after, or sometime afterwards, when you're stung by a bee again, your body remembers that allergic reaction. So it's kind of built up a memory of how it reacts to the exposure to a specific allergen. So if in time you get more and more exposure to that allergen, it remembers how to react to that allergen up to a point where you start to experience the allergy symptoms.
I want to ask one last question. Is there a way of finding out all the things that you are possibly allergic to in time so that you don't possibly face a dire situation? You're in a restaurant and you're eating something, but you never knew that you were allergic to it, and then you have to go to hospital. Is there a way of finding out?
Absolutely. The unfortunate thing is that if you become sensitive over time, so you may do an allergy test, and the most common test is like a skin prick test, where they expose you to different allergens to see where you kind of have a local reaction on the skin, which gives you an indication of what you are allergic to. But if you develop that or become sensitive over time, it may be necessary to repeat the test after some time as well, because of continued exposure to specific allergens can lead to developing the allergy over a period of time.
Okay, well, Mariska, thank you so much for being with us this morning, taking all of those questions, and thank you for all of your calls at home. We hope that this did really enlighten you a little bit, and we hope to see you again soon. All right, now it's time for us to say goodbye. Can you believe it? Oh,